What if one of Nissan's most practical family SUVs came back with a sharper attitude, smarter technology, and enough performance to make every drive feel exciting? The 2026 Nissan X-Trail is here to prove that a family SUV doesn't have to be boring. Hi everyone, welcome back to Motor Zone YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2026 Nissan X-Trail, an SUV that continues to combine everyday practicality with modern design, advanced technology, comfortable family-focused space, and confident road manners. The X-Trail has always been one of Nissan's important global SUVs, and for 2026, it continues to target drivers who want something more versatile than a typical crossover without moving into the size and price territory of a full-size SUV. At first glance, the new X-Trail immediately gives you the impression that Nissan has focused on making this SUV look tougher and more sophisticated at the same time. It has a confident stance, a higher driving position, and a design that feels ready for both city streets and weekend adventures. Whether you're driving through busy urban traffic, heading out on the highway, or loading up the family for a long road trip, the X-Trail is designed to fit naturally into everyday life. And that versatility is one of the biggest reasons this SUV remains so interesting. Walk around to the front, and the first thing that catches your attention is the Nissan-style grille. Depending on the market and trim level, the exact exterior details can vary, but the overall design language is unmistakably modern Nissan. The front end looks wider and more confident, while the grille gives the vehicle a stronger visual identity. The lighting design is another major highlight. Sharp LED headlights give the X-Trail a more premium appearance, while the daytime running lights create a distinctive signature when the SUV approaches from the front. These lights aren't just about appearance either. Modern LED technology provides strong illumination at night while helping the X-Trail maintain that sophisticated road presence. Move toward the side, and the X-Trail's proportions start to make even more sense. The SUV has a relatively upright profile, which helps create useful interior space while maintaining a sporty appearance. Strong character lines run along the body, giving the sides more definition instead of making them look flat. The wheel designs also contribute heavily to the overall personality. Depending on the trim, you can expect different alloy wheel sizes and finishes, giving buyers the choice between a more elegant look and a sportier appearance. Larger wheels fill out the wheel arches nicely and give the X-Trail a more planted stance on the road. And that's important because the X-Trail isn't trying to be a tiny city crossover. It wants to look like a serious family SUV. At the rear, the design remains clean and modern. The LED taillights give the back of the vehicle a recognizable nighttime signature, while the sculpted tailgate and bumper help create a wider appearance. There's also a practical reason behind the relatively upright rear design. It helps maximize cargo space. Overall, the exterior of the 2026 Nissan X-Trail strikes a very interesting balance. It's modern without being overly aggressive, premium without becoming flashy, and rugged enough to remind you that this is an SUV designed for more than just shopping trips. But once you open the door, the X-Trail starts showing another side of its personality. The interior is designed around comfort, practicality, and technology. Nissan has clearly focused on creating a cabin that feels welcoming rather than simply filling the dashboard with screens. The driving position is high, giving the driver a commanding view of the road. The seats are designed for long-distance comfort, and depending on the trim, buyers can get upgraded materials, power adjustments, heating, and other comfort features. The dashboard itself has a clean and modern layout. Instead of making everything complicated, Nissan has aimed for a design that keeps important controls easy to access. The exact equipment can vary between markets and trim levels, but higher specifications can offer a more premium atmosphere with upgraded upholstery, sophisticated trim finishes, and additional convenience features. Technology is obviously a major part of the modern X-Trail experience. The infotainment system provides access to navigation, smartphone connectivity, media, communication, and vehicle information. Depending on specification, wireless smartphone integration and other connected features can make daily driving much easier. And then there's the digital display in front of the driver. A modern instrument display can provide important information such as speed, driving data, navigation instructions, and efficiency information without forcing the driver to constantly look toward the center screen. For families, though, technology is only half the story. Space matters. The X-Trail is designed to provide useful room for passengers in both the front and rear, while its SUV body gives it a practical cargo area. Depending on the market and configuration, the X-Trail can also be available with 3-row seating, making it even more versatile for families who occasionally need extra passenger capacity. Rear seat practicality is another strong point. There is useful legroom, good headroom, and plenty of space for everyday passengers. Features such as rear air vents, charging ports, storage compartments, and cup holders can make longer journeys much more comfortable. And if you have children, the X-Trail's family-friendly design becomes even more important. Easy access, a practical rear seat, and a flexible cargo area can make the difference between a relaxed road trip and a stressful one. The cargo area is designed to handle everyday responsibilities, from grocery shopping to luggage and sports equipment. Fold the rear seats down, and the available space becomes significantly more useful for larger items. This is where the X-Trail separates itself from many stylish crossovers. It doesn't sacrifice practicality just to look good. There's also a growing emphasis on safety and driver assistance. Depending on trim and market, Nissan's advanced driver assistance technologies can provide features designed to help monitor the road, maintain an appropriate speed, assist with lane positioning, warn about potential collisions, and make parking easier. Of course, these systems are designed to assist the driver rather than replace them, but they can reduce stress during busy commutes and long highway journeys. Now let's talk about the part many people are waiting for: performance. The 2026 Nissan X-Trail is offered with different powertrain configurations depending on the market. In some regions, you'll find conventional petrol engine options, while Nissan also offers its innovative e-Power hybrid system in selected markets. And this is where things get particularly interesting. Unlike a traditional hybrid system where the petrol engine can directly drive the wheels under certain conditions, Nissan's e-Power approach uses the petrol engine primarily as an electricity generator, while the wheels are driven by electric motors. The result is an electric-like driving experience with smooth acceleration and immediate response, while the petrol engine helps provide energy for the system. Depending on the exact market and specification, output figures can vary, so it's important to check the local version of the X-Trail before comparing horsepower numbers. But the bigger story is the character of the drive. Electric motors deliver torque almost instantly. That means when you press the accelerator, the response can feel immediate and smooth, particularly at lower speeds. In city traffic, this makes the X-Trail feel relaxed and effortless. And that smoothness is exactly what many family SUV buyers are looking for. There's no need for dramatic acceleration every time you leave a traffic light. Instead, the X-Trail delivers power in a controlled and comfortable way. On the highway, the SUV feels stable and composed. The suspension is tuned with everyday comfort in mind, helping absorb bumps and imperfections in the road. The higher seating position also gives the driver a strong view of surrounding traffic. For drivers who want additional traction, certain versions can be equipped with Nissan's intelligent all-wheel drive technology. This can be especially useful when driving on wet roads, loose surfaces, or challenging terrain. It doesn't turn the X-Trail into an extreme off-road machine, but it gives the SUV more confidence when conditions become difficult. And that's really the philosophy behind the X-Trail. It's not trying to be the fastest SUV in its class. It's trying to be the SUV that works well in the real world. Fuel efficiency is another important part of the equation. Hybrid and e-Power versions can offer impressive efficiency compared with conventional petrol-powered SUVs, particularly in stop-and-go driving where electric assistance can be extremely useful. Again, exact fuel economy depends heavily on the engine, drivetrain, wheel size, driving conditions, and market specification. The steering is also designed to be easy and predictable. It's light enough for parking and urban driving but provides enough confidence at higher speeds. This makes the X-Trail approachable for new SUV drivers while still feeling stable for experienced drivers. When you put everything together, the 2026 Nissan X-Trail becomes a very well-rounded package. You get a modern exterior with sharp lighting, a confident grille, attractive wheels, and a strong SUV stance. Inside, there's comfortable seating, practical space, modern infotainment, digital technology, and family-friendly versatility. And under the hood, the available powertrains focus on smooth performance, efficiency, and everyday usability. The biggest strength of the X-Trail may actually be its balance. It doesn't go too far in one direction. It isn't trying to be an extreme off-roader. It isn't trying to be a sports SUV. It isn't trying to become a luxury vehicle with an enormous price tag. Instead, it aims to be the SUV that can do almost everything. Take it to work during the week. Use it for school runs. Load it with groceries. Drive it across the city. Take the family on a weekend trip. Head out onto the highway. And when the road gets a little rougher, the SUV's available all-wheel drive capability gives you additional confidence. That versatility is exactly why the Nissan X-Trail remains such an important model. The 2026 version continues that formula while adding modern design, technology, electrified powertrain choices in selected markets, and the kind of practicality that families actually need. So, is the 2026 Nissan X-Trail worth considering? If your priority is a stylish, comfortable, practical, and technology-focused SUV that can handle everyday driving without feeling oversized, the answer could absolutely be yes. Its strongest advantage isn't one outrageous specification. It's the combination of everything working together. The X-Trail feels like a vehicle designed for real life. And that might be more valuable than simply having the biggest engine or the most aggressive styling. The 2026 Nissan X-Trail proves that a modern family SUV can still be practical while looking exciting, comfortable without feeling boring, and efficient without sacrificing everyday performance. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the new 2026 Nissan X-Trail? Do you prefer the conventional petrol version, or would you choose Nissan's e-Power technology where it's available? And would you pick the X-Trail over competitors in the same SUV segment? Let us know your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to MotorZone, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming car reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.